Hello, it's Icy and I'm back again with another video. This is probably a series video about something I'm very passionate about, leading raids in ESO. I really enjoy it. I wasn't expecting to. I've always enjoyed PvP, but never actually led a group in PvP before until the extent of what you can see in this YouTube channel. So I want to talk about some of the things that I've noticed help, are important, things that I've had to learn to do, in case that helps somebody else step up and decide that they'd like to be a raid leader, or at least to try. Even if you don't want to be a main raid leader, maybe you're just prepared to be the person that runs during the day, that helps out when needed. Anything is fabulous. So I am talking about big groups of people, 8, 24, 48, going up. Now, a great way to start being a raid leader is to basically be an active lieutenant in a raid. So that would be the person that offers suggestions about things that you can do, pays attention to the map, pays attention to zone, lets the raid leader know when something's happening. All of those things are really useful. Now, you do need to be sensitive, of course, to what you're doing. You need to be helpful to the raid leader. You need to not be taking over unless they say, I've got to go, you're up. Because ultimately, the raid leader is the one in charge. Now, you can certainly suggest things. If you strenuously disagree with what the raid leader is doing or how the raid leader is running the raid, then you should stop. You should actually leave the raid and do it yourself, or just let them do their thing. Running a raid can be quite hard, and it's certainly very stressful when you start doing it for the first time. Like, really stressful. So just keep that in mind, that whoever's bossing you around is hopefully doing it so that everybody can have a good time and to achieve objectives within the game. So it is hard because you are bossing around. Bossing, we don't use that word. We're not bossing, we're directing a bunch of internet strangers to do something. If those internet strangers are members of your guild, you at least have the concept that you're part of a team. If those internet strangers are members who are just floating around in Cyrodiil saying, help, I want a group, you're not really going to be sure what their objective ultimately is. Are they there to do the same thing as you? Who knows? So if you're starting to lead a raid, if you want to be a lead raider, start leading a raid. I would suggest that you start with people in a guild. Join a PvP guild, be helpful, get known, offer to lead a raid when the leader has to go, offer to lead a secondary raid when the main raid is full. That's certainly how I started. The raids would fill up and I would say, the main raid leader would say, can somebody start a second raid? And I would go, I can. And then I would basically run along and be part of the main raid and just, be helpful pretty much. And then after a while, I would go off and achieve my own objectives as directed by the main raid leader, and then eventually I choose my own objectives and am reasonably comfortable leading a full raid or even directing multiple raids on occasion as needed. So it is hard. This series I plan to talk about specific things that I've learned to do, and I hope that you find it useful. Thanks for watching. I hope that you will watch the rest of the series, which I will link somehow once I've made them and published them, and I will talk to you later. Thanks. Bye.